So you're thinking about living in Colorado, but you're not exactly sure what it has to offer or its overall vibe? Well, today we're going to talk about 5 reasons why you're going to want to make Colorado your home. So with that, let's get after it right now.
For those of you that are new to the channel, my name's Wes and this is Adam. We are the Living in Colorado and Colorado Home Pros team with EXP Realty. Today we're going to be talking about the 5 biggest positives about the state of Colorado and making this your new home. You're originally from Daytona Beach.
Yep.
I'm originally from the kind of Seattle area. So we both kind of migrated out here. I came out in 2005 and you came out in...
Mid-90s.
Mid-90s, yep. Okay, so it's a place I don't want to leave. Colorado's an amazing state. So the top 5 biggest reasons why we believe that Colorado is such a special place. Number 1, first and foremost, is kind of the seasons and the weather. You get 4 real seasons out here, and there's something special about that, right? Yeah. So, I mean, Florida...
You don't really get 4 seasons.
Exactly, right? So out here, if you're a skier or snowboarder, you have a legitimate winter, right? You maybe catch some late snow, that kind of sneaks into spring a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
So you get some time out there. I'm a big golfer, and I think for a period of time, I played every single month for something like almost 4 years. You just don't, even in the winter, and it's not, I guess, real golf, but you're still out there.
You're out there,
it's still sunshine. I think the official stat is something like 275, 280 days of sunshine a year. So you're looking at about 5 days a week of real sunshine. And even when it's 30, I mean, it's 32 degrees outside right now. And full sun, I would say it probably feels like 50.
Oh, when you're in the sun, it definitely feels a lot warmer than it says, on a thermometer, for sure.
Yeah, so you take a look at just kind of what the state has to offer, right? And when we get into that next, you'll kind of see that it's just it's a sunny state. Able to get outside kind of, not whenever you want, but close to whenever you want.
Yeah,
right?
no matter what time of year. And for me, I think my new favorite season is fall. I love seeing the changing of the leaves. I mean, you can go out and drive into the mountains and just see some incredible vistas. I used to like spring, but I don't know. I move with the seasons, and pun intended.
Yeah. In the winter when the snow falls, you probably have 24 to 36 hours of like snow on the roads, and driving's not super fun. But then again, it's so dry here that snow melts so fast that it's not really too much of a hindrance.
No, not at all.
Yep, and in the summer, and obviously coming from Florida and that heat, it's a much different heat. I get 100 degrees is 100 degrees, but the dry heat is just a little more tolerable.
Yeah,
right?
And you hear people say it's a dry heat, and it's like, you don't know until you experience it. It's much different. It can get really hot, but without that humidity, it's definitely more tolerable than 100 degrees in Daytona or Orlando or Miami or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. So seasons, weather, by far number 1 on our list.
Absolutely. So number 2 on our list, we talked about it, and it kind of plays into weather, but you've got all these activities that you can do, whether it's inside or outside. Denver is one of the few cities that has the 4 major sports kind of groups, football, basketball, hockey, and baseball, kind of being the 4. We do have a major soccer team. We've got 2 lacrosse teams, indoor and outdoor. So whether it's sports or if you're into food and entertainment, I mean, we're finally getting some Michelin star restaurants that are opening up here. We've got tons of museums. Live music is huge. I think we'd be remiss if we didn't mention Red Rocks Amphitheater. It's just probably one of the most unique places to see live music, I'd say, in the world. Now you can, it's all subjective, but there's no other place like Red Rocks.
And there's more. Red Rocks does a lot more than just concerts. They've got yoga. They've got like Thursday night movie at the Rocks,
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah.
Where you can go out and, watch a movie with the family. There's just a lot more that, Red Rocks has to offer than just music as well.
And that just reminds me, I remember growing up, we would do sunrise church service on Easter at Red Rocks, which was kind of a really cool thing. I mean, you're sitting outside, you're watching the sun come up from behind the amphitheater, kind of special. So yeah, Red Rocks is another unique thing. I mean, other outdoor activities, snowboarding and skiing, we've mentioned golf, hiking, biking, fishing, and a lot of river fishing, like fly fishing. Obviously, you can go snowshoeing. You can come up with all kinds of things to do outside any time of the year.
Absolutely, and there's parks everywhere, and there's kind of the small neighborhood parks. You've got city parks. They do it really well. I think Colorado is a pretty active state. I don't know where it officially ranks.
Yeah.
But you look at just the kind of the type of people that are out here. They want to be active. They want to be outside. You kind of want to be meeting people. So you just find that the state and the municipalities have done a lot of really good work about making the outside accessible.
Absolutely. Yeah. So entertainment and activities made our list at number 2.
All right, number 3 on our list, really jobs in the economy. Colorado's always tended to outperform kind of the nationwide averages. You take a look at unemployment, for example. I think the latest stats for November of last year were Colorado had a 3.3% unemployment rate.
Yep.
And the country as a whole was at 3.7, so 3.8. So you're taking a 10, 15% improvement based off of kind of the rest of the country. And wages is really where we see the bigger gap. Average salary in the United States is $57,000 based off of a couple different reports we read. And here in the state of Colorado, it's $67,000 to $69,000 is the average salary. So you're taking a look at a almost 20% jump in what the salary ranges for jobs here in Colorado. And there's some really neat industries as well. I mean, the city of Denver's a big employer with just the Denver International Airport and how big that is. But then you take a look at kind of the the higher education and a lot of the colleges and universities in the area.
I mean, I have a list right here. Advanced manufacturing, aerospace is huge. I know Lockheed is down there. Ball Aerospace is here. Biosciences. We've got a ton of natural energy and resources like oil, natural gas, even solar and wind. All those things are coming in, and a lot of tech too. A lot of people here are in big tech, and a lot of young minds moving here. Contributing to that industry.
Yeah, and I think there was a very big draw from states like California, where people weren't looking for quite so high of living or cost of living.
Yeah.
And they wanted kind of more of that outdoors activity. We saw a lot of that kind of during the COVID era, where a lot of people kind of felt trapped inside and wanted to be outside, and Colorado had that to offer. So a lot of talent has come to Colorado in the last 2 to 3 years.
Absolutely. Yeah, and with that talent, I mean, becomes more opportunities. I think the last thing I saw from the Department of Labor, they added 30,000 jobs last month, and that keeps going up and up every month. So jobs and economy definitely is a good reason to live here in the state of Colorado.
Absolutely.
All right, number 4 on our list actually is the people. As we mentioned, Wes and I moved here from different parts of the country, and I think the people played a big part of why we stayed. It's a laid-back atmosphere. We've mentioned a lot of people like their activities, like to meet up and kind of like-mindedness. What was the word you used?
Yeah, so I liken a lot of the people in Colorado is a good blend between kind of the West Coast casual, right? And you've got a strong Midwestern presence as well. So you've got kind of that Midwestern hospitality.
Yeah.
So it's just a good blend of people here. You take a look at some of the bars or even just activities out. A lot of these businesses now have indoor and outdoor areas. It's just there's a lot of people out and ways to meet people and mingle. whatever activity you're doing.
Exactly. It's a social place, and you're going to find, a wide range of people, whether that's age, socioeconomic backgrounds, and for the most part, everyone is really nice to each other. I like how you said Midwest hospitality. That makes me think of, Southern hospitality, being from Florida. Well, I'm not missing that here. You wave to each other when you're walking your dog in the neighborhood. I know all my neighbors. Pretty sure you know all of your neighbors, and it's just kind of that homey feeling that you get anywhere you go in the state, really.
Yeah, so really good people here.
Really good.
Impressed with kind of the influx of people and what everyone's brought to the community, and I think it's made it a better place.
Yeah, and I think with that said, people kind of bring their own thing, but everyone respects everybody, and there's a lot of things going on in the world right now, so it's nice to know that where you live and where you raise your family, there's respect there and there's a sense of community.
Yeah, we like it. All right, number 5 on the list, airport. And if you watched our other video on the top 5 most negative things about Colorado, we had the airport on the list.
Yeah.
So we kind of feel a little guilty about this, but there's a lot of things to love about Denver International Airport, and there's a lot of things to hate about Denver International Airport. So we wanted to kind of separate this and talk about the pros and the cons here. The pros, right? When you really take a look at it, third busiest airport in the world, moves 69 million people a year. It's a crazy number when you think about it. But with 69 million people, what you bring is volume, competition. Yeah. So finding flights to go to just about any smallish to major city in the country, almost direct.
Yeah.
You can do.
Oh yeah.
I flew out to Maine, flew into Portland, Maine, direct.
There you go.
Right? I mean, you can fly into much smaller airports direct. You've got a couple different models. United has a major hub at DIA.
Right.
That's kind of the hub and spoke model. And then you've got airlines. Southwest has a huge presence in Denver. Maybe the biggest presence anywhere in the country is Denver International Airport for Southwest. They're more kind of the point-to-point system, kind of that low-cost or budget airline. But you've got, Frontier, you got Spirit, you got JetBlue. You just have a lot of airlines in and out of that airport. So cost to travel, not bad, right? Competition, getting just about anywhere you want in the country, fantastic. Well above average.
Yeah, because we talked about in the negative video about the airport. Well, we're kind of landlocked here, so if you want to go somewhere relatively short amount of time, you're gonna have to go to the airport and fly. So having that cost-effective, I'm flying out to Orlando next month for a wedding, direct flight, really inexpensive, and hey, get to go and see some family and come back and not have to worry about spending an arm and a leg just to get out there.
Yeah, totally. And there's some kind of neat, more off the beaten path airlines like JSX. If you haven't heard of JSX and you kind of live either in the West or the South, definitely look them up. I think it's jsx.com. That airport is about 10 minutes from my house, 7 minutes from my house. And that airline model, I think is going to change, hopefully change, right? I think some of the airlines are actually trying to fight JSX because there's a little bit of competition here, but we fly that down to Arizona, and that's something where if your flight leaves at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you literally show up at that airport at like 1:55.
Yeah.
Basically walk straight onto the airplane. It's really neat and worth looking into, and kind of style that I think Denver has, the metro area has, of like welcoming in kind of some of this disruptive change.
That's what I was thinking. Like I just thought competition, right? Like it's just breeding just new ways and innovative ways to do things, which is kind of one of the hallmarks here of Colorado, kind of forward thinking.
Yeah, absolutely. So hope you enjoyed it. Those are our top 5 best parts of Denver, right? The best things that we love about kind of Denver and really Colorado as a whole. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't seen our other video on the top 5 kind of most negative things, then take a look at that as well. Till next time, we'll see you around.
See ya.